Are you planning to learn English in one of the top and recognized language schools in Dublin? We would like to introduce you one of the best language schools with a track record in the world. And hi, and thank you for joining this live stream, Learning English with International House Dublin. My name is Hugo Bustamante, Recruitment Manager for Global Studies. Don't forget that Global Studies is an educational agency that helps you to apply to different destinations. Don't forget that you can apply with us to the UK, Canada, Spain, Italy, the United States, Lithuania, Germany, Ireland, Malta, Australia, France, and many other destinations. You just have to contact us and ask for your free guidance session. Here you have our WhatsApp number, our email address, so you can ask for our guidance. And don't forget to follow us in our social media. You can find us as Global Studies UK in Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube. And don't forget to follow us because you will know more about the different options that we have to offer you. And today we are with Beatriz. Hi,
Hi,
Beatriz, how are
Hugo.
you?
Good, and you?
Fine, thank you. It is a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
I want to introduce you to Beatriz Collalto. She's Success Manager, Admissions, Sales, and Marketing International for House Dublin, International House Dublin. Thank you for being with us, Beatriz.
Thank you for the invite, and thank you for the time to speaking with everyone here.
Beatriz, we have a short introduction video to show your premises, and we would like to share it with the people that is here with us.
Great. Let's see it.
Okay, let's go to it.
It makes you want to come to Dublin, doesn't it?
Yes, it's really interesting, and we want to know more about what you can show us about the different courses that you are offering. Please, Beatriz, we are ready to start. What can you tell us about the different courses, programs that you are offering?
Okay, guys, thank you a lot again for having me here. I'm very happy to talk about International House Dublin with you for the next 20, 30 minutes. So first, before we talk about the school, I just want to introduce myself. So as Hugo said, I'm Beatriz. I work here. I'm a customer success manager at International House Dublin. So everything related to admission sales, and especially in Latam market. I myself am from Brazil, so I am familiar with the market. And I came to Dublin 4 years ago. I came first as a student. I study a diploma in HR, and I have been working with IH Dublin for the past 3 years. So I have been here for a bit now, and I fell in love with Dublin, with Ireland. I plan to come to stay for 8 months. I'm here until now. I don't think I'll ever leave. So I just want to share with you guys today a little bit to explain why loads of students come and don't want to ever leave Ireland, because it's a great place to be. So talking a little bit about the school. International House Dublin is part of International World, which is a big brand. We have more than 156 schools around the world. because of that, there's also a lot of knowledge in English education that comes with it. The school for International House Dublin itself, it has been in the market for 25 years. So we are a school that has been here for a while. We have a lot of experience in teaching English and in doing the courses we do, and that brings a lot of quality for our school. The school has been here since 1998, which is the year I was born. So it's been here for a while. Um, and because we are part of a IH Road, which is a big organization, we have a lot of qualities that we need to follow. So if you think about quality English school in Dublin, you really should think about International House Dublin. Um, if we think about, I just want to bring to you guys a little bit more of why you would choose us between many other schools that are here in Dublin. So I will talk in detail about each of these points, but we are located first in the city center of Dublin. So we're a 10-minute walk from the Spire and O'Connell Street, which are the main places here in Dublin, the main street. We are located near tram stations, near all the businesses. So the students are in a very good location. But not only that, we have a purpose built modern building. So we have a building that was made to be a school, and not only a school, but our parent company also has a college in the building. So we have actually a college building for students. So they have a library, big library, they have study space, they have a big canteen, they have a terrace. I'll show you pictures as you could see in the video as well. Because we share the building with a college, students get a very modern building for their English classes. Um, and I will go into a bit of more detail about the independent college pathway and what students can expect from that. But it is a big also a big point for us that to share the building for long-term students with a college so they can have a pathway for their studies after they finish their English. Um, then if we look at these 3 points here about quality and teaching college and education, we all our courses, they focus not only in English, but they focus in how to integrate 21st century skills into the English language. So basically, the students won't only learn here how to read from the book and the English, but they can use English with critical thinking, how they can use AI into their study. So we are really focusing on bringing skills that students can use in the world and in the real world. So we use a lot of real materials as well. Students will see a lot of TED Talks, journal articles, things that they will be familiar when they go out to the world to use English. They'll know how to do it. Especially now, English is a global language, so they get used to various accents and different ways that the English is portrayed around the world. With that, as I said, being a part of IH Road, we are also MEI equals and Axels accredited. So because of that, we have multiple inspections. So you guys know the quality of the teaching here. It's always being looked at, and it's always our top priority. Um, I think I was watching the live with IH London as well, and they mentioned we are this about their teachers, or we also have all our teachers. They are CELTA qualified, so that is for whoever is not familiar with being a CELTA is a training that a teacher will take to become a teacher, and is a training from Cambridge, and that is a training that is recognized in the whole world. So it's really one of the highest standards of teachers you could have. And some of our teachers are even Delta qualified, as we also do the CELTA course here. So we train teachers to be teachers. And a very good point is that we are a test center. So we're a Cambridge center and an IELTS center, so students can do their course here, and then they can take the exam with us. And this is a very important point because the students will take the exam in a familiar place. They'll take the exam sometimes with people from the academic team, and that also brings knowledge to our teachers, so they know exactly what the students need to know to go and excel at the exam at both Cambridge and IELTS. And we have a very big philosophy here of putting students first. So we look at the student experience. We want to know if they're happy here, if they have found a home, if they found a job. We have a lot of welfare checks with students. We email them during their process. We invite them for meetings. I'll talk a little bit more about our student experience and student services, but it's a very big point for us that the students are comfortable during their stay here and they have a great time. So going back to our campus, so you seen the video, it's a big campus, as you can see, it's a big building, it has 4 floors, we have 45 classrooms, and the classrooms, they are a maximum of 15 students, but we try to make it average of 12 because we prefer have smaller classrooms so the students can enjoy and have a more smaller ratio with the teacher. We have a very good nationality mix. As you can see, we have students from more than 50 countries last year. So it's something we're proud of. And as I said, we are only 3 minutes away from the station, from the tram station, and 2 minutes from the bus stop. So it's really easy access. The building is fully accessible, and we have free Wi-Fi for the students. We have a cafeteria where they can bring lunch and heat it up. They have space to sit, space to socialize. We have spaces around the building to socialize with couches. We have an outdoor terrace for students. Sometimes we do barbecues upstairs when it's sunny. And we have a library with a study space and computers so the students could use. So going back, as I was talking, for the customer experience, so this is very important for us, that the students, as I said, there's a really high standard of quality in the classroom, but outside the classroom, we have a student support, and in that is included when the student comes for short term, they'll have a welcome talk in their first day to say everything they need to know about Dublin, about the school, any help they need. If they're a long-term student, they'll have an induction that is a long-term talk. It's around 1 hour, no, 1 hour and a half, to explain to the student where they can find a job, where they can look for houses, what are the documents they need for visa. So we try to give all that support. Um, and we also have our social program, which is every week. Basically, every day we have an activity available for students. This is a very good example of what happens every week. So we have usually on Monday an orientation city tour for the students that they can go after class or before class. We'll show the city, the main points. We do the welcome talk so they know everything. Then we have, as part of our social program and study clubs, we have both a job skills and CV workshop every week, usually 1 or 2 times a week, that students can come and talk to a teacher about their CV, or they can talk about an interview they have. This is fully free. The workshop CV, as well as the conversation club, is an extra study club that students can join. They don't need to pay anything for it. It's not mandatory. They can join when they want. It happens every week. It's available for them if they want that extra study. And we also have the activities, the social activities, so they can go to a museum. We do movie night, pub night, and on Saturdays we do a trip around Ireland. So we might go to Galway, to Glendalough. It's a good opportunity for students to engage and meet other people outside their classroom. And for last, we have very strong academic support. Our academic team is available to meet students every day during break. They have an open door policy. So if the students needs any extra material, is having some problem or needs any help, they're always available during break time to talk to students. The same with our student support. We're here available in reception every day during the class time, and they can come and talk to us. They can schedule one-on-one meetings if they need help with a specific matter. So we try to make ourselves very available for students because we understand being in a different country, it can be tough sometimes. So we want them to feel supported. Um, I'm going to go through a bit about our courses. So we have a lot of courses, so I'm not going to talk about all of them. But I want to just highlight the options we have. So we mainly have four different pillars here. We have the adult courses, which is the green ones there. I'm going to talk in more detail about it. Uh, I'm not going to talk in detail because it's not the purpose today about the other three here, but I just want everyone to know in case there's someone watching that might be interested in that sort of program. We have teacher training courses that are short term. So we have courses that go the last 1 week, 2 weeks that are for non-native teachers that would like to come and improve their English methodologies. We have, as I said, we provide CELTA training here, so they can people that are English teachers or want to become English teachers and have a C1 level, they can join that course and become an English teacher. That training is recognized worldwide, so it's a very good thing. And we also have part-time online. So if you're not in Ireland but you want to do it, you can do it online from wherever you are. It's a very good course, very intense, but very good results. And we have our high school program, which is for students that want to spend a semester or a year abroad during a high school. And we have junior courses, which are summer courses that happen for students that go from 9 to 19 years old, depending on the program. We have different campuses around Ireland. But focusing on adults, we have basically short-term and long-term courses. So I have my next slide here. So short-term courses for adults, we accept anyone that is from age 16, and we have from level A1 up to level C1. We students can start any Monday. So because we're a big school, we have a rolling start date. So students can start any Monday of the year, except from public holidays, and we close during 2 weeks during the Christmas break. But aside from that, we have a very flexible start date for those courses. For short term, basically means students can come anywhere from 1 week up to 24 weeks. So it will depend on the visa, obviously, but they can do 1 week if they want, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever fits their schedule. And with that, we have three schedule options. These are the same schedule options for long term, but um, for short term, I'll just explain quickly. So we have 20 hours AM, which is Monday to Friday from 9 to 1:30, which is our more intensive schedule. We have 16 hours AM, which is a very popular schedule because students can do Monday to Thursday from 9 to 1:30. So they get the Friday off. We are one of the, if I'm not mistaken, three schools in Dublin that have this schedule. So there's only three schools in Dublin if you're coming to study that will allow you to have the Friday off if you want that schedule. And we are one of them. And we have the afternoon, so it's 15 hours PM from 1:45 to 5, which is the least intensive one. For the course types in the short term, we have general English, business English in preparation for the exam. As I mentioned, we are an exam center for IELTS and Cambridge, so you can come for 5 weeks, prepare for Cambridge, and do the exam here with us. The exam, we advise at least 5 weeks for the course preparation before you take the exam. That obviously will depend on the level you are and the level you want to achieve. But we advise 5 weeks. For business English, the student needs to have a B2 level, so it's a bit more advanced course. But for general English, any level, we have A1 to C1. And students short term can also make a mix and match of those courses. So if they want to do 4 weeks of general English and then 4 weeks of exam preparation because they need to improve their level before they go to the exam preparation, that's totally fine. And we have two courses that are set dates. So these are the only two courses that you can't start every Monday. From adults, they happened a few times a year. If I'm not mistaken, they're happening 4 times next year. So they last, you can do from 1 to 2 weeks. They have set dates, intakes. And for Young at Heart is a course for students that are 50 years or more. And they want to be in a group of people they're only their age, and they want to focus in a more social activity and class than being in a classroom the whole day. So the classes are mostly cultural excursion classes for this program. So students will go out during class with their teacher to a museum and have the class there. It's a more social, we call it programs for English and culture. So it's a more social cultural experience. And if you want to be in a group of people your own age, they also have a special social program for when they're here. It's not mandatory for them to join, but it's an option as it's a short term. People usually that come for this program, they're also on holidays and want to explore Dublin. And this year, because the 50 years course is such a huge success, we decided to launch, because people were asking for it, a 30 plus course. So it's the same idea as the 50 plus, but it's for 30 years and older and different dates, but also more cultural, focus on the activities and excursion lessons. Um, then we have one of the most popular programs, which is Work and Study. So basically, this program is an 8 month in an 8 month course, a 8 month program. The student will come for 25 weeks of classes, and they have with that they get a visa that they can stay 8 months, or and after the 25 weeks of classes, 6 months, they get 10 weeks of holidays. So they get basically 6 months of classes and 2 months of holidays. During that, students that are non-European, they can get a visa that's called Stamp 2, and that visa will allow them to study in the school, but also to work part-time outside of their holiday period. And during their holiday period, they can work full-time. So it's a good opportunity for students that want to come to do an exchange program, but they want to stay long-term, and they also want to be able to work at the same time. It's very good financially option for students. Um, and is also an opportunity to stay long term in the country, and maybe even have a pathway through Irish education here. For this course, because it's 25 weeks and due to the visa, students need to prepare for an exam at the end of the course. So basically, 12 weeks of their course, they'll do general English, or they can choose to do business English as well, or they can do half general, half business English. But the last 13 weeks, they need to join exam preparation classes, and they can choose with us to prepare either for Cambridge or for IELTS, and they will get at the end of the course not only the certificate at the end of the 8 months, the certificate from the school for the course, but they will also get an exam certificate for Cambridge or IELTS, depending on their choice. As I said, it's the same schedule option, so students can choose between our schedules. And students that come for work and study, they do have the option to renew their courses. So if a student comes for a work and study program, they could do the first visa, 8 months, then they can renew one more time, another 8 months. And if they want, they can renew again. So this would be the second renewal. So up to, they can stay in Ireland as an English student up to 2 years. So it's if a student decides to come and they want to do that path, they can. Then a lot of students ask us, what can they do after? So as I was saying at the start, one of the benefits as well to study with International House Dublin is that we have a college that is from the same parent company and in the same building. So there is a pathway for students after the English. So if they do 2 years of English studies here, they can progress for a college degree or a master's degree with our call or parent or partner college, independent college, and they get obviously discounts. They have an easy entry because there are students, And if they do that, they can continue in the same visa, which is stamp 2, during their college or master degree as well. And the cool part about this is that you can be a student in Ireland for up to 7 years. So all this time here, you can be in Ireland studying 2 years as an English student, and then you can progress for a bachelor degree or a master degree that can take anywhere from 1 to 4 years. Depending on the type of degree you select. And after you graduate, you get from immigration a new visa that's called Stamp 1G, where students can then work full time during a full year if they completed a bachelor, and work full time during 2 years if they completed a master degree. So it's a thank you from it's a well done from Irish immigration for completing a degree, that they let you stay in the country working full time without studying for an extra year or two. So it's a good pathway to, if any students here are thinking about staying long term in the country and want to come for a long term program, but also are thinking of other options like Australia and Canada, and they have pathways. Ireland also has a pathway that they could follow. And one last thing is we also have accommodation. So if students need accommodation options, they can stay in homestay families. We have homestays, host families around Ireland, around Dublin, and they are all Garda vetted, all trusted families that have been working with us for a long time. All the families, all the houses are visited by an accommodation officer, and it's a good experience for students to get in touch with the Irish culture and have the experience in being in an Irish home. They get also breakfast and dinner with that option, so you can also try a bit of Irish cuisine. And we also have the residence, which is a more private option. If a student wants to stay in their own apartment, they'll share an apartment with other students, but they'll have their own bathroom and their own room. So the students can have a bit more privacy, a bit more, usually for mature students, they prefer this option. And it's really close to the school. It's a 15-minute walk, and it's a very modern building. So we can also help students to find their accommodation in these options if they want. Well, um, I think I cover it all, but I'm also putting our context here. If anyone has any questions, and or social media, it's good to follow us in there, because we always showcase the experience here with students, all the things they have been doing, the social programs per month. So anyone who's thinking about coming can have an idea what they can expect. And thank you again for the time and speaking here, Ugo.
Thank you, Beatriz. It is really good to know all that you have told us today. And we have some questions, please. There is a question that is asking about how many weeks is advised to take before sitting the IELTS exam to get a B2 level.
Okay. It will really depend on the level that the student is currently. So as I said, if the student is already in the level that they want to achieve, like, or one level before, if they are on B1, we would advise at least 5 weeks, from 5 to 8 weeks. But if the student is maybe still A2, then he would need to do around a month in general English, and then another 5 weeks in the exam preparation. So it would depend a lot on the level they're in. If there is any students that want to know their level, they can contact us. We have an English level placement test that they can do, and we can check and advise them how many weeks they would need to reach what they want.
Thank you. And Beatriz, and if the student has a B1 or B2 level and he wants to prepare for the IELTS, how long can last the IELTS preparation?
They can do anywhere up from 1 week to forever. They can do as many weeks as they want, as they would like to do. we advise minimum 5, but the great time that I would say it's 12 weeks because they have 3 months to prepare and be really confident with the exam. But we understand sometimes students don't have that time, so the minimum would be 5 weeks.
Thank you. And Beatriz, International House Dublin offers OET courses.
No, we don't. Unfortunately, not yet. But it's on our radar.
Okay. And could you please, here was a question about business English and other courses that is offering International House Dublin.
Sorry, say that again. The business English?
Business English. International House Dublin is offering business English courses.
Yeah. So we have our course English. We call English for Business, but it is business English. We offer it's a rolling course. The students can start any Monday as well. The only requirement is a more higher level course, so they need to have a B2 level at least to join, because it's a mixed class between from B2 to C2. So it's a lot higher level class. It is still improving for students that want to improve their English. They will still improve the English, but it's just the vocabulary and the tasks will be all centered around business world and things that they could use in their work.
Thank you, Beatriz. And here's another question. This is about, for example, when you're taking general English courses and you want to change to IELTS preparation courses, does this change? This changing, of course, has a cost.
No, so all our courses, the short term, they have the same fees. So general English, English for Business, and exam preparation, they are the same fee. Students can, as I said, do a mix and match between general English and exam preparation, or general English and business if they want. They can do 2 weeks in one, 2 weeks in the other, and there is no cost for changing classes if they want. Even if they book general English, but they get here and they hear someone talking about business English and then decide they want to do it, there's no cost for this change.
Oh, thank you, Beatriz. I think those are all the questions that we have right now. And so I want to say, everybody, that if you are looking for English courses and look for excellence, International House Dublin is a great educational institution that provides various courses and is a test center. Contact us and start your application. Our team is happy to help you and give you all the necessary guidance. Beatriz, thank you. Thank you for your time. We appreciate your explanation to our students of the advantages of studying in Ireland at the International House Dublin.
Perfect. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you, everyone in Global Studies. And thank you, everyone who's watching. I'm always available if you have any questions. And we hope lots of students come to Ireland and enjoy Dublin.
Yes, don't forget to contact us. Global Study is happy to help you, and we are working with Beatriz. So contact us. International House Dublin is waiting for you. It is a real amazing experience for you. Don't forget to contact us. Thank you, Beatriz, and thank you, everybody, for being with us today. And we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.